What's up guys? Today we're at the airfield with the Hobbyzone Duet. We're gonna have some fun, and if you hear something that sounds like a gas airplane in the background, that's actually Amelia practicing her gas airplane sounds. Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
Amelia just introduced herself very well in the beginning. Popeye unfortunately is at home. It's hard to bring the whole crew sometimes. We're the RC Sailors. Welcome to our RC family. Today we're going to fly the Hobbyzone Duet. This plane comes in around $60. It's ready to fly. The thing I like about it most is that it's all in one piece right out of the box. All you have to do is charge the battery off of the transmitter with the included AA batteries, pop it in the plane, put it in the air. It's a little windy today. We're going to have some fun. If I like flying this, I'll show you the stuff at the end of the video that comes in the box. Mainly, I just want to show you the box because it's cool that a whole plane fits in the box. I like that. Let's fly.
All right, taking off. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it flies surprisingly well. Really impressed, even in this wind. And yeah, that's why it's kind of rocking around so much. And I'm not going to be able to fly it as smooth as probably what I'd like to, but this plane, when I first saw it, I thought it just had left and right motors. And just like yesterday or the day before, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, the little plane that we did that just had 2 motors and didn't have an elevator, it just, if you throttle up, it flies up, and you let off the fuel, it comes back down. This one actually has an elevator, so you have that 3rd channel, or would it be 2nd channel on this one? I guess it'd be 2nd channel. So did the plane we flew the other day just have 1 channel, I guess? In a way it did.
Technically?
Technically, yeah, I think so. So we're just porpoising a little bit because the wind, it's really gusty right now and very unpredictable. It's not a nice breeze or anything. Today we've been dealing with scattered thunderstorms, and you can hear Amelia back there making airplane noises for us, so that's good. This is gliding, and now some power. I want to see if we can do a loop with this. I bet we can. You guys see the curve to that wing? That's a very, very pronounced curve. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like, it's really a definitive curve. You can really see it. It's not a straight wing. That is called wing dihedral. And when you have a wing that looks like that, it basically wants to help keep the airplane level at all times. And so with that much curve on this small of a plane, we don't really have to have auto stabilization or anything. But the real thing that's doing all the work is the dihedral on the wing. So now that our nose is into the wind, we're fighting the wind, I want to fly it just a little bit higher if I can. And then I'm going to push that nose down and pull back. And yeah, loop.
Wow.
Okay, so we can do loops with this. Makes me wonder if we can fly inverted. Probably not, but I'll try it. So now I'm upside down, and no, it just wants to roll back over. But we can do loops really well. And the nice thing about this plane is even in this amount of wind, I feel like I'm in total control of it over this plane. So let's do another loop. Very sloppy, because that wind is just really slapping me around. But that goes to show that this little thing is very capable of flying really nicely. I'd like to fly this in just a little bit of wind and see how it performs. So what do you think of the idea of the battery? It's a very small battery. I can't remember. It's probably like 100 milliamps or something. I'll tell you after I land it. What do you think of the idea of charging your battery off of the 4 AA's in your transmitter? I think I like that for this plane because it's so small, like a little park flyer. You don't need to have an airspace like we have here to fly it. Abby, what do you think?
Do you have a separate charger, or is that your only?
That's it. Only source is the.
But isn't it a fairly common battery? I briefly saw
cheap.
it, right?
Yeah.
So you could.
I'm fighting the wind.
You could buy a separate charger. So like you could charge at home, and then while you're at the field, you can get more charges from the transmitter. So yes and no.
Yeah. Do you want to fly it?
Sure.
Okay. Let me do a catch.
Okay. Good job.
There you go. A little more juice. And she's got it. I told her to launch about half throttle, and that wasn't enough with that wind. That's why.
I think I was less than half.
That's okay. It's okay. I was explaining your launch, probably why it looked weak, because you just didn't have enough juice. And I'm recording now with my sunglasses on, so hopefully everything looks good. You pulled off a loop, and are you going for a double?
No.
Okay. If you start porpoising and you're going up, don't be afraid to push the nose down with your elevator. A lot of people forget about that move. You know, you can always push down some. There you go, loop. 2 in a row. Good job. The wind really takes over once you start getting on your side or something. So I'd say this is a very, very good first airplane because it teaches you kind of flight characteristics of planes. You can go 0 throttle. You're high enough now. Go 0 throttle. And see what you think about how it glides. I think it glides well.
Yeah.
I was expecting this to get pushed around in the wind more. I was expecting it to be less powerful and probably not have the ability to do loops. And pleasantly surprised by the added elevator control surface. So that's really nice.
Elevator makes a big difference.
Huge difference. And comes in well under $100, ready to fly. Transmitter, batteries for the transmitter, battery for the plane. And I want to show you guys the box at the end of the video because you can keep your plane and your transmitter and everything in there. And they even gave you like 4 slots in the foam for more batteries. So if you really like this plane, it's Horizon Hobby, so you can always buy more batteries very easily. And probably hobby shops would carry these batteries too. You're so quiet when you fly, Abby.
It's been a while.
What do you guys think? More planes? I know we started a few days ago with a very cheap, like $20 plane.
We're working our way up.
We're working our way up, that's right. That's what I was going to get at. Hopefully I don't have this too bright for everyone. I'm also pretty excited, guys, because we're going to be flying and seeing and talking about more airplanes. Get a little closer if you don't care.
Working on it.
Okay. Here, just this coming weekend, is Horizon RC Fest. And this would be a good plane to bring with us because I could keep it in the box, even stack things on the box and not have to worry about the plane getting crashed or crushed in the car. So it might be an option for us to bring. We're going to have to bring some smaller things this year because Amelia's coming with us and Popeye. And you've seen our car, it's not huge, it's a little small SUV. So might have to get smart and bring options like this. But one thing I'm excited about is hopefully I'll have a new camera for that event and I'll be testing the camera at that event. So you guys make sure you subscribe if you're not already.
Camera purchases because of our patrons.
Yes, that's right. So our patrons got the option to give some input and feedback on some of the cameras that we wanted and had our eyes on, and we've been setting aside some Patreon support money to make this happen. So if it doesn't work out, we'll still have the ability and option to return the camera, but we're basically going to be testing that new camera at Horizon RC Fest. So I'm pretty excited about that. We may also bring one of our older cameras too, just in case it doesn't work at all. I think that's where we're going to test the waters. Really, the whole point of the new purchase is to help record airplanes so we can get a little more zoom action going. You guys notice how far away the plane looks. Well, we're still using a lens with quite a bit of zoom right now, but we need more zoom. So Abby, you care to land it and I will fly closer for everybody?
Yep.
Okay, just 0 throttle and bring it down. See what you can do. Should be fun to watch you land. I'll brighten it up a little bit. Very good landing.
Thanks.
This thing is tough as nails.
All right, Nate's back at the controls. The wind just picked up a lot, and I'm really surprised how well this is doing in the wind. It's probably like 10 miles an hour consistent, I would say.
It's a lot.
Nate said it's a lot. It's doing really well though. I mean, as you can see, when our nose is into the wind, it's pretty much coming to a standstill, but I was still able to fly it, and I haven't flown anything for a while.
Low.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah. You did good though.
Thanks.
You were flying a little farther away probably than what I am trying to do, but I have a lot more experience on the plane. So I noticed when I asked you to fly it, you were pretty gung-ho to take the controls, and I know why that is. Do you want to tell everybody, or should I?
What? I don't even know.
Okay, so
I don't know.
sometimes I'll say, Abby, do you want to fly this plane? And you're like, no, can't do it, might wreck it. Oh, just not ready. I'm afraid I'll wreck it. We need to do the video. This is too cool, don't want to wreck it. So, were you afraid of wrecking this plane for one?
No.
Okay, so you knew it'd be pretty easy to fly, right?
Yeah, and durable.
And durable, so if you do wreck it, you don't have to worry about anything. So watch, I just smashed it in a little harder to the ground.
Yeah.
I was actually aiming for the thing.
He's doing this on purpose, I believe. Yeah, it's going rah, 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 because of the low battery.
Yeah.
But yeah, no damage at all.
Good. That's what I wanted to do. All right, I wanted to see if you guys could hear this. I hope you can hear the pulsing of the motors. Okay, that's because it's a low battery. So if you start to hear the pulsing or just be able to feel it while you're flying, you know it's time to land. The battery is mounted down here. It's a 3.7 volt, 150 milliamp LiPo battery, single cell. It's just Velcroed to the bottom, comes with Velcro on it, and it just plugs in. It works really well. The landing gear and everything on this plane came like that, ready out of the box. I didn't have to put anything together. I put the AA batteries in the transmitter, I plugged the battery into the transmitter, and then, I don't know, 20 minutes later, I was in the air. It even has, you could do landings and takeoffs with the foam wheels already pre-installed. Even the tail wheel is foam, which is really nice. It's a nice touch. We have a little servo push rod set up here to the elevator with enough control surface to do loops all day long. I thought it had a good amount of power considering they're brushed motors. As long as you don't land in tall grass and leave your throttle on, your brushed motors should last for hundreds of flights. I don't have anything to complain about with brushed motors. Now, I want to show you, well, here's the transmitter too. I'll show you this quickly. It only gives you the option for throttle on the left side, and it feels good. It's a nice Hobbyzone transmitter here. I think this is the same transmitter you had for your Firebird Stratus,
yep.
if I remember right.
But it was red.
It was red. That's it. And then, you know, you've got the reason you have the ability to turn left and right is because one motor will spin faster than the other to give you the ability to steer, and then your up and down is up and down here. So you can even trim that up too. Very nice. And then the battery plugs in there. The light goes red when you're charging. I like the box for this, and I know Abby gives me a hard time for boxes, but I know there are other box people out there, so it's worth showing you. It's a really nice setup for an airplane. If they made a box like this for all my planes, I'd be in heaven, because you wouldn't have to worry about traveling with them. I haven't even taken the instructions out yet because it's such a simple plane, but they're taped to the bottom. If you buy this, don't forget that. And then everything just fits in here. I still have the tape on there, but your controller fits in nicely, snug. You notice I hit that pole with just a wing, and there's not even a dent in the wing. It's that really durable foam, so you can smack into trees and everything and probably walk away in one piece, I would imagine. You can put your foam pieces back in place, and then there are 4 slots here for your battery, so you could actually leave one battery in the bottom of the plane and put 4 more batteries right there. I think that's great. What a great way to travel with your plane. The reason we were able to bring, you can probably see a couple more planes in the background. We're going to do a fun video tomorrow for you guys. The reason we were able to bring so many is because we could stack them on top of each other with this being on the bottom. Nice little box. I think that's great. Guys, if you're looking for a very good beginner-friendly plane, maybe something to let the kiddo fly, you know, a pretty young kid could fly this as long as you have a pretty good open space and they have a basic understanding of how the plane works. This would be an amazing first airplane because of the price tag, because of the durability, and just, I like the box. You guys, are you excited for Horizon RC Fest? We're gonna have some stuff like this there, probably flying with you guys. I'm gonna be on the speaker somewhere. To those of you that are gonna be in some races, I'll be announcing some of the races. I think that might be over on the Horizon RC Fest page now, so maybe if you want to be a part of that, you could sign up for those races. That should be a lot of fun. And more information on the plane and the event will be linked in the description box below. Thanks a lot for watching. I cannot wait to fly more planes. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye! Where'd you go? Peekaboo! Where'd you go? Amelia! Where'd you go? Amelia! Peekaboo!